Friends, if you have no desire to read Dante Alighieri's poem The Divine Comedy, watch this video. Because the poem has 3 parts: Hell, Purgatory, and Paradise. I made 3 videos to make it easier for you to watch. Now you are going to hear a retelling of the final 3rd part, Heaven. It's just as medieval nonsense as the first 2 parts. Even worse. So, Beatrice and I ascended to the first heaven, the moon, and plunged into it, inside. How is that possible? I asked. I am alive, I am heavy. And Beatrice answered me. That's how it is. Anything can happen here. And so we got to the first star. Here I saw women's lights. There were shadows in hell and lights in heaven. Here were those who had broken their vows of chastity. They told me that they had been virgins when they were alive and had promised to keep it all their lives. But then they still had sex, for a variety of reasons, even forced. And now here they were. They felt good, they were happy. I asked Beatrice how it was. If their virginity wasn't taken of their own free will, why are they in the first round? Calm down. Everything is fair here. There is no fairer place than here in paradise. So they didn't do everything they could to keep their virginity. Or maybe even, without admitting it to themselves, they wanted to. So this is where they belong. I see. Is there any way they could have redeemed themselves with good deeds? Theoretically, yes, but in practice it's not realistic. You have to do too many good things for God to forgive you for having sex. We flew to the second kingdom, Mercury. Here were the souls of ambitious figures of good. There I met the soul of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian. During his lifetime he passed a body of laws which he called a codex. I asked Beatrice why God allowed his son to die. It's a long explanation. Basically, people would never atone for their own sins. But the son was able to atone for the sins of mankind by his death. Friends, I know it sounds unlikely, but that's what Alighieri writes. The 3rd heaven was on Venus. Here were the love-lorn. They immediately told me that they loved me very much. In fact, they loved everybody. I talked to the guys. They taught me about life. The 4th circle was on the sun. That's where the wise men lived. One of them, Thomas Aquinas, gave me a tour and told me a lot of philosophy. Our next stop was on Mars. There were the souls of those who had fought for the faith. Christian, of course. They also sang there, all the time. Then one luminary, my great-great-grandfather Kakagvita, turned to me. He began to teach me about life. Again. Everywhere I was taught how to live. Kakagvita told me about my ancestors. Tell me, dear ancestor, I asked, what does the future hold for me? They will kick you out of your Florence, you will wonder, it will be hard. I see, thank you very much. Beatrice and I were transported to the 6th star, Jupiter. There were just souls there. Some eagle appeared and began to explain the principles of religion to me. Then we moved to the 7th heaven, Saturn, where there were souls of contemplative gods. There I met another life teacher, Peter Damiani. After that, we moved to the 8th star heaven, right in the constellation of Gemini. There the Apostle Peter asked me what I thought the essence of faith was. I blurted something out, and he liked my answer. The second luminary, the Apostle James, showed up and asked, "Well, since you have been able to get this far, tell me, what is your definition of hope?" Hope is the expectation of glory to come. I said some more nonsense. Anyway, the luminary liked it. He disappeared, too. The third luminary, the Apostle James, showed up. He asked me about love. I again shone with my knowledge. So, I passed the test of knowing what faith, hope, and love are. Then the spirit of Adam appeared. He was the one who first messed up by eating the forbidden fruit. I heard cries of glory to the Father and to the Son and to the Holy Spirit in paradise. And then all at once the whole gang of 4 luminaries appeared before me. The Apostle Peter began to whine, "Behold, there on earth, some thief has taken my throne." That was about the Pope he didn't like. Then Beatrice transported me to the 9th heaven. The first engine. There I saw the dot, which was radiating bright light. There were 9 circles around the dot, like a target in a shooting gallery. The closest to the dot were the seraphim and cherubim. Farther away were the archangels and angels. Beatrice and I ascended into the purest heaven, the 10th heaven, Imperius, the place where God, angels, and blessed souls dwell. There are flowers and lights all around. I wanted to ask Beatrice something. I turned to her. There was an old man standing in her place. "Where is she?" I asked. "Where did you put her?" The old man pointed upstairs. Beatrice was there. The old man's name was Bernard. He started praying to the Virgin Mary for me, and I saw the mystery of the triune deity in the form of 3 circles, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Anyway, friends, that's the end of the poem, and thank God.